Here we go.
124 minutes, 6-4 game right now. Once again, it's a 2-10 program against a 9-3. But the Wake Forest is holding their own. But just like that, Delaney Eves gets it inside. She puts it up, and it's going to be good.
Tied up at 6 even, 1:05 remaining in the first. Got something brewing here in Wake Forest tonight.
Miles gets it outside to number 2 in Moultrie. She puts it up for the 3. It's going to be no good. The Comets bring it up the right-hand side. No good. It's taken away by Miles, number 22 of the Cougars. 53 seconds remaining. 6-6 game right now. And Rodriguez puts it up for the 3, and no good. Once again, those 3-pointers are going to start falling for the Wake Forest Cougars here in Wake Forest. Moses gets it inside. She used her weight, but it's going to be up, and it's going to be fouled.
Whistle and a foul coming up. This is going to bring Moses to the line, the 6'1 center junior. And more Comet players about to come in, including Unique Best in 24, the senior 5'6 forward, and also Hedinger will be coming in.
Moses will put it up for she banks it in. So the Comets take a 1-point
Robertson,
lead.
correction, she's coming in now. Robertson is in 34.
So they're going to call a foul. That was Sydney Lester, number 10, was called for the foul. That's only the second team foul here in the first quarter for the Cougars. And Moses puts it up, and she banks the first one in, tries to do the same thing, but good box out by number 22 and Megan Wimmer of the Cougars. She takes over and gives it over to number 1 in Harris. She starts to the right-hand side, and she's going to throw it away.
She throws it to the referee.
Yeah, he's the wide receiver in this ball game, should you say. Sharp's going to come back in the ball game next stoppage, and just like that, Unique Best comes out of the ball game. Looks like she's got a little injury to her wrist. We'll get the clarification on that at halftime, Wesley. But
yeah, she had that on the wide over here on the bus. Yeah, I think that happened during the Christmas tournament.
So 25 seconds remaining, 7-6 game right now. Watkins has it on the right-hand side. Long pass in Washington. Gives it back over to Sharp. She cools it down just a little bit. We've seen the Comets do this time and time again. They like to control the clock. And Washington, 8 seconds. She wants to take the last shot. Brings it inside, gets it outside to Watkins for the 3. And it's going to be no good. Moses was right there to grab it, and she couldn't do it. And controlled by the Cougars, a kind of a long heave, and it's going to be no good. So 0.0 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's a 7-6 game, 1-point lead by the Clayton Comets.
That's the first. 7-6, our pregame show presented by the new HiQ Energy Drink. We quickly did not have a fast pregame show because we were quickly getting on the air. First period in the books. Comets lead by 1. We'll be back after radio timeout. This is Comets basketball on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ Energy Drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ Energy Drink. Wings are for birds.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to live coverage right here on the Community Radio Network. We're still having some clock malfunctions here at Wake Forest, and it says 8 minutes on the clock. But we're having a hard time trying to figure out what's going on here. And yeah, good sportsmanship, my Marlon. He's like, yeah, it is what it is. 7-6 game right now, 1-point lead by the Clayton Comets here beginning of the second quarter.
If you hit the button by accident, I understand.
That's right. That's right. Give us a few extra seconds on the clock, should you say. So 7:51, Howard brings it inside for the Clayton Comets. It's going to be blocked. Nope, she's going to be called for the foul. Sydney Lester. Once again, that's her second of the ball game. And in the second quarter, once again, it's a 7-6 game. Howard is going to go to the free throw line. She does have 2 points on the night so far. And will remain Miles, number 22. She's in the ball game for the Cougars. She remains the only scorer so far for the Cougars of Wake Forest, and Howard makes her first one. 7:48, 8-6 game right now. Again, it's a great defense. I mean, I don't know what the history is of women's basketball or high school basketball for ladies. But you got to believe that sets the record for lowest points by both teams combined. But that means good defense by both teams. And just like that, Howard steals the ball away for the Comets. She gives over to Unique Best, puts it up, and she's going to be fouled. The speed and hustle by Unique Best, she is awarded for two shots. She will be, number 2 will be called for the foul. That's Caitlin Moultrie. That's her second. Moultrie, number 2, has 2, and Sydney Lester also has 2 for the Cougars. So Unique Best will have an opportunity for 2 shots right here. A 2-point game, 7:32 in favor of the Clayton Comets, and Unique Best misses her first one. And a whole new ball club comes into the ball game for the Cougars. Number 11, Sophia Fatiga. Number 23 comes back, Amelie Lewis. Number 5, Washington comes back. I'm sorry, number 5, Rodriguez comes in the ball game. And Unique Best makes her second one after missing the first one. That's 1 point for her, and good hustle by the Cougars, bring it all the way to the left-hand side, and number 2, Moultrie, is going to be awarded with her hustle once again for a foul. They're going to call that on Watkins, number 11.
And it was obvious. She went right up there to the boards and put that hand in there.
So Watkins has 2, and as well, Unique Best also has 2. Moultrie puts it up for the first one, and it's going to be good. 1 point for her. Now it's a 9-7 game, 2-point lead by the Comets right now. Still a 7:26 remaining in the second quarter. Moultrie puts it up and off the side of the rim, and Watkins with a defensive rebound. She looks to get the ball quickly over to Washington, goes up against the double team, and it's going to be no good. Too hard off the rim, and it's going to be controlled by the Cougars. Number 23 in Lewis has the basketball. She's picked up by Henniker. Gets it outside to Moultrie. Inside puts it up, and she misses the easy layup. Number 11 in Fatiga misses the layup, controlled by Howard now of the Clayton Comets. She's picked up by number 3 in Goodwin for the first time today. Unique Best gets it inside, and she's going to be fouled. So number 3 in Savannah Goodwin is called for her first foul, and that's only the 5th team foul here in the first half for the Cougars.
And mind you, these 5 fouls have been in the second half of play too, or the second period. Clayton had 5 in the first, that penalty on Watkins, so that's their 6-5.
On that note,
Unique Best takes a steal.
Unique Best takes it up, puts it up, no good. It's going to be controlled by number 11 in Fatiga. She takes the ball away, but on that 3-point shot by Henniker, she didn't even know she was that wide open. She took a second to shoot it, but she did go in. And just like that on cue, Savannah Goodwin makes a 3-pointer for the Cougars. Henniker has it on the right-hand side now, controlled by Washington. Over to Henniker, over to Watkins, and it's going to be out of bounds. It will be the Cougars basketball. Peyton Sharp's going to come back in the ball game, and Henniker comes out of the ball game. And Eves is also going to come back in the ball game, and out comes Watkins for the Clayton Comets.
6:29 in the first half of play. It's a 3-point lead for the Comets on the road here at Wake Forest. 12-9 over the Cougars.
So 6:24, 12-9 game is your score. Cougars have the basketball on the left-hand side, gives it over to Rodriguez. Outside to number 23 and Lewis for the 3. It's going to in and out. Controlled by Delaney Eves. Can she stay from going out of bounds? She does. Unique Best is right there, almost taken away by number 23 in Lewis. But Washington for the Comets has the basketball. Brings it all the way to the right-hand side, gives it over to Sharp, almost taken away by number 3 in Goodwin. Washington controls it. Starts right, goes left, gives it over to Howard. Back over to Lewis, and we have a 30-second timeout. We're going to take one with them. 5:54 remaining in the second quarter. It's a 12-9 game in favor of the Clayton Comets. You're tuned in to live coverage right here on the Community Radio Network.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to live coverage right here on the Community Radio Network. 5:54 remaining in the second quarter. The Comets have a slim lead, 12-9, as they will come out of the break, out of the timeout by Martin Lee and the Comets. with the ball. Washington gets the inbound pass over to Unique Best, back over to Washington. Back over to Best on the left-hand side, over to Laney Eves. She wants to shoot 3, or long 2, decides against it. She's double-teamed outside to Best. Over to Washington, double-team on the right-hand side, and it's going to be out of bounds. Nope, they're going to call a foul on number 3. And they are controlling Peyton on the right-hand side. They're trapping her really but right before she gets in the corner. And once she gets the ball, they're literally coming towards her like, should we say, Cougars.
Right.
5:39. Washington has it here in the second quarter for the Comets. Over to Peyton. That is Sharp. Peyton Sharp. Sharp shoots the 3. Look at that.
Wow.
Where did that come from?
Nails
banks it in. Her first basket today is a 3. 15-9 is your score. 5:24 in favor of the Comets. And controlled, Howard tips the ball away, tries to get it over to Lewis, and Peyton Sharp has the basketball for the Comets now. She slows it down, starts to the right, goes over to Unique Best on the left-hand side, now over to Washington. She's double-teamed, trapped in the corner, but she gets it to Best. Over to Sharp. Nope, and Best wasn't ready for the bout, and they're fighting for the
they're
basketball.
Playing soccer on the court.
And number 22 in the Cougars misses the layup, though. And Washington controls it for the Comets. She said, you know what, I'm going to do this myself. She puts it up right at the free throw line, but it's going to be too short. So the Cougars take over. Number 22 in Miles, who has 6 points tonight, gives it outside to Lewis. Inside to Fatega, puts it up, and it's going to be good. Their size right now is what's keeping the Cougars of Wake Forest in this ball game against the Comets. Best has it now. Retrieved the pass from Howard inside to Delaney Eves. Sharp wants to shoot another 3, and she tried to bank it in once more, but Howard with the offensive rebound puts it up, and it's no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. It will be the Cougars basketball. There was 2 Comets and 1 Cougar there, but no good on the attempt to save the ball from going out of bounds. So the Cougars have it of Wake Forest. Long pass over to number 23 in Lewis. 4-14, 15-11 is your score here in the second quarter. Ryder goes up against Howard, and she's going to be called for the foul. Size against size, and Rodriguez, the smallest person on the court, comes away with the hustle play, and she'll get 2 shots here. And should I say 5 against 5, because number 5 Howard and number 5 Rodriguez. Rodriguez for the Cougars puts it up for the first one, and in and out. About the hardest free throw we've seen all night. But it does not go in. 15-11, should you say the rims aren't friendly so far this evening. Rodriguez puts it up the second one, and off the front of the rim, and Unique Best blocks the shooter out, and controlled by Peyton Sharp. 4:08 remaining in the second quarter. 15-11 is your score. Unique Best all the way on the left-hand side. She gets the basketball, starts right. And she goes in the center, gives over to Washington now. They're staying behind the paint. Washington now, and gives it over to Best on the left-hand side. She's double-teaming her left hand, gives it outside to Sharp. Back over to Washington on the right. Inside to Laney Eves, and she's double-teamed, and they take the ball away. Miles has it now. She gets past Best. She wants to get past Sharp. She does, puts it up for the 2, and it's good. Once again, the hustle play by the Wake Forest Cougars are causing kind of trouble for the Comets so far, but 15-13, the Comets do have a 2-point lead. Gives it outside to Sharp. We've seen her shoot the 3. About touched the Raptors, and it banks it in, and it gets taken away by the Cougars of Miles. She goes it up for the layup, and it's going to be good. 10 points for Miles. And Howard has it, gives it over to Delaney Eves. And they got to get their feet something cooking so far. Only 3 minutes remaining in the first half. It's a 15-15 game. Howard's spin move goes up against 2 defenders. Going to be no good. And the Cougars take over. That's number 22. And Miles takes the ball away, and she gives it over to Rodriguez. Clint Williams, who leads this Cougars program, is yelling a few different plays to their team, and Washington takes it away from the Cougars, puts it up, and it's going to be good. So 4 points for number 3 in Washington, who's got her starting lineup, or rotation back, should you say. 2:29 remaining, 17-15, 2-point lead by the Comets, and almost taken away by Washington. Good heads-up play by Washington, the Comets, but she's going to be called for the foul. That's her first, though, so that's okay. So Watkins and Henniker is going to come in the ball game. And also number 2 in Moultrie will come back in the ball game for the Cougars. Out comes Best. And also out comes Washington. So Sharp Howard, Watkins, Delaney Eves, and Henniker in the ball game for the Comets. And Henniker, after the missed free throw, both free throws,